Hi guys, thank you for watching. Oh my god, so cheesy. Filming from Brisbane, Australia today because I am back home now after spending 2.5 years in South Korea. I returned home in April this year for my career and my future. It was a very hard decision because I had to leave my amazing boyfriend in South Korea for a little while I focus on some immediate goals. And yes, I wanted to talk about today my experience coming back to Australia, readjusting to life here after living abroad for 2.5 years, and the struggles that I've experienced with that, and sort of do like a little comparison for you. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first of all, I wanted to talk about friendships and you know, the friendship circles that you make abroad compared to friendship circles in your home country. So I'll just talk a bit about how my friendship circle kind of looked before I went overseas, and then talk about my friends I made overseas, and then coming back how that has kind of looked like as well. So before I went overseas, I was that was like 3 years ago, 23 or something like that. I was, you know, very social. I was living with 2 other people at the time. I lived in the same city as my best friend. You know, we're still besties, always will be. And yeah, I was involved in a church, so I had, you know, quite a big friendship circle, always social, always busy. So that was really great. And then so that's what I left, and then I went overseas for the 2.5 years, and pretty much apart from my best friend, that I guess whole group, I don't really have anyone I keep in contact with still. So kind of you know, I guess I expected to kind of come home and always have, you know, those friends to catch up with and have that really social life again. But coming back, I really it's very different now. I guess at my stage in my life, like I'm 26, most people are settling down, they have their friendship circles already, so it's quite hard to catch up with people. So I'm living alone too, so definitely struggled with a lot of loneliness. It's probably the lowest I've felt in my life. There's a lot of times, you know, I feel quite sad, very lonely. I just want to be back overseas. I want to be with my boyfriend. So it's been quite challenging in that sense. So I've just tried to keep myself busy and focus on my goals and on my career. So that's what I've been doing to kind of deal with that, and also have, you know, been speaking with professionals about it as well, which has really helped me. And I do have my best friend in the close by city, so it's always lovely to catch up with her. But you know, you can't rely on people to make you feel better. You have to think of strategies to kind of deal with that yourself, I think. So yeah, that's been a struggle coming home. And then I guess, you know, comparing that to my friendships I made overseas. So I was talking to a friend about this actually, and you know, explaining it to her, like we caught up after I had came back to Australia, and I was just saying, I'm like, you know, it's really, I didn't realize how deep the friendships are that you make overseas. I said, like, it's you literally make family, because when you think of it, like, you're all overseas together, we're in a foreign speaking country, we are each other's support, like we support each other through everything. It's just like nothing I've ever experienced before. It's a real community. And I said, I didn't realize like what we actually created. And I think no matter when you've gone through that and you come back home, like, it's completely different. I don't think you can experience something like that in your home country, because you're more independent here. You can just do things yourself. So yeah, that's been a really interesting realization, I guess. And then yeah, so that's like the friendship side of things, and the loneliness and dealing with that. That's something that I've definitely been struggling with, but you know, working through. So So I think that kind of draws into my message for this video, which I really realized since coming home, because you know, the reason I came home was because I finished my my Bachelor of Laws this year. So it's always been a dream of mine to be a lawyer, and because I was working as a teacher overseas, I just didn't feel intellectually challenged in that role, so it was important for me to pursue my career. So you know, I told my boyfriend that I would come home and build up some experience as a lawyer, and then you know, my goal is to work as an international lawyer, doing some form of legal work overseas as soon as I build up that experience. So that was my reason for coming home. And you know, I kind of expected that I would come home, I would fall into my job, and I would feel a lot happier because I was doing something that I was doing a job that I had always dreamt of doing. But something I really realized is, to me, I'm not sure if anyone else has felt this, so I would love to hear anyone else's experience, but for me, I really realized, like, it doesn't matter what work I am doing, if I'm not sharing my life with the people I care about most, like my boyfriend, and you know, those people, those amazing friendships I had overseas, like if I'm just going about my life, you know, I'm living alone, I'm working in a good job, you know, I have, you know, a good steady wage, and I'm very independent, but I was definitely a lot happier when I was just overseas, you know, even if it was just like a small thing. I had people I loved around me, and I just really realized that chasing a career is one thing, but you need to implement both together. You need to have something which is fulfilling, but you know, to me, like if I don't have those people I love around me, like my life just feels, you know, rather empty. So yeah, that's just something I definitely realized. And so, you know, I think it kind of readjusted my goals in my life. You know, I just thought, you know, I will always just pursue my biggest dreams in my career, but you know, I still don't feel fulfilled doing that. So yeah, that was like a really big realization for me, and I just wanted to share that so I could hopefully yeah, maybe someone else is going through something similar, or maybe someone else has to make that big decision. Like, I don't think I will ever regret coming home, because it really made me see that. I think if I stayed in Korea and didn't come back to pursue my career, I would always have that doubt, like, oh, I should have pursued that, and like I would think that, you know, I made a mistake. But now, knowing that I've experienced this, when I make those decisions in my future, I won't just make them based on what I think my my ultimate career goal is. Like, that is still important, but also just sharing my life with those people around me is actually plays a big is very significant to live a happy life. So yeah, it's quite deep. But yeah, it's just something I really felt like I wanted to share with everyone, and hopefully, you know, that helps someone else in their journey. So I think my takeaway, what message I really wanted to share with everyone is, life is really about, you know, experiencing and going through it with those strong relationships you have around you. And although it's important to have your career goals, and I will always still have those, I think you have to have flexibility in both those and incorporate both to really live a good life. You know, dealing with loneliness, that's probably like another another video alone by itself. So if anyone is interested, I can talk about my journey more about that. Books is like my therapy. But yeah, just, you know, life is more about the people around you, and definitely, like, I cannot wait to go back overseas again. Like, I think definitely my passions lie in living abroad. Life is so exciting, life is so much more rich, and yeah, I definitely missed that. So yeah, that is my main struggle coming back. And yeah, you know, some days are easier than others, but I just have to look at the bigger picture. And one day I will be reunited with those people, and while I'm looking forward to that, I'm trying to also just experience the things that I'm going through now, and I'm trying to find joy and purpose in that now. So yes, thank you for watching today. I'm going to wrap that one up, and yeah, let me know if this is the kind of content you're interested in. I realized that a previous video, which I think I may have archived, had got a lot of views, and that was talking about my struggles in South Korea. So I'm like, maybe people are interested in hearing about, you know, real life struggles, so you can kind of relate. So yeah, I just wanted to be a bit vulnerable and transparent with you all. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Definitely have some good tips for you, and let me know what you're interested in hearing about next. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.